Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here. Welcome to another mobile game video, and today we are going to talk about Heaven Burns Red. Yes, I've already covered the game. If you haven't seen that previous video on my channel, do check it out because I showcase why this game is one that you should be trying out, as it's got amazing music and wonderful art. I mean, just look how beautiful the character looks, and you've got variations as well. Not to mention, this is a visual novel-esque style game, and you can play at your own pace. It's very relaxing with the wonderful and masterful Jun Maeda behind the story, so you know it's gonna be a tear jerker. So without further ado, if you're interested, of course you can use my link down below to download it on your mobile devices, iOS, Android, as well as a full PC client is available for this game as well. And I recommend you to play on PC since it offers a better experience, and that they're gonna be really awesome because it also shows you why this game has some really interesting aspects to it. But wait, right now is actually the best time to start Heaven Burns Red if you haven't already, because it is the 100-day celebration event. That's right, we have many new campaigns going on as well as new memorias. As you can see, the brand new summer event, Thou Art This Summer's Theory, is here. Absolutely gorgeous, and with two brand new memorias, Summer Yuina Shirakawa as well as Tama Kunimi. Oh my goodness. And don't forget, with the event you can use the token exchange shop to access all of these wonderful prizes for absolutely free by just playing through the event. And not to mention, there's gonna be the 100-day anniversary login bonus as well. So every single day during this event period, which lasts to about 2-3 weeks, you will receive one SS guaranteed celebration ticket, which means you perform a 10 pull, 100% guarantee in an SSR Memoria after 10 days. Absolutely insane. And we will also have a new side story event with additional catch-up lifestones allowing you to push for that, and also the power training campaign. So what are you waiting for? Use the link in my description and try out the game. So let's talk about the combat system, and I've got a few tips for you guys as well, especially relating to the overdrive gauge. But let's start with the basics. You've got your team of 6, 3 in the front and 3 in the back during the actual combat. You are free to swap your backliners to the front and vice versa during the combat to either spread out incoming damage or to apply the buffs and debuffs. Now this is very important because the combat in Heaven Burns Red essentially revolves around you buffing your strongest damage dealer, okay, and then debuffing the enemy and releasing an all-out attack when the overdrive gauge is full. So a lot of times you'll see that in the first initial turns, your multi-attackers are going to be just using attacks to build up your overdrive gauge on the top right, okay? And remember, you can stack up to 3 maximum charges, which means 3 turns plus 20 SP when the overdrive gauge is completely full in 3 charges. And while that's happening, your main damage dealers are going to be as strong as they can be because you are buffing them with their buffers, and the enemies is going to be weakened by your debuffers. And this offers a very unique take on this turn-based combat system because you want to essentially bring out your strongest hitting abilities while having the biggest buffs as well as the biggest debuffs on the enemy. And as you can see, a lot of times you will be able to just release one massive attack that will often break the enemy. And when the break gauge is down, that is a fantastic moment to follow up. And that's why you need the overdrive gauge, because when you're using the overdrive, the enemies will not be able to take a turn and then recover. So you are going to release multiple turns of a massive attacks and then just basically finish them in one go. And that is honestly a very satisfying experience, and why I think the combat system in Heaven Burns Red is absolutely awesome. Now for newer players starting out, I've got a few tips for you guys. Starting us off is the auto formation as well as the auto equip function for the team building page. If you're not sure what teams you want to run, you can click on the auto formation and it brings out all of the different weapon types that you want to prioritize as well as the elements. So you can essentially go for a mono element system even if you're not sure who you have. And of course, it's also got the auto equip function as well. And this is a good starting point as you're building around maybe some of the free-to-play characters that you get for free to build a mono element team. And speaking of auto-equip, as you can see, it can get really detailed. If you click on the detailed settings and click on this to expand, you can focus on individual characters and selecting the attributes to prioritize, and you can select multiples as well, allowing you to focus on the key attributes that will affect the characters the most. You can also choose the accessory element to prioritize as well, to either go and further specialize in your mono element team building. So these are really good tools for new players starting out. Now, another really cool feature that people don't realize is that the levels are shared across the different character memorias. As you can see, you've got Ruka, for example. She's got 7 different outfits, but if I were to go into the squad section and I can swap from this outfit to a different version of her, the summer suit one, I'm still at level 126. And this is fantastic because let's say a super powerful version of her comes out in the future, don't worry, I'm already invested and I get to keep that level investment. So it's really awesome to see. Now, another tip for you guys is that once you get access to the munitions store, do not buy any of the chips until you complete chapter 3, because the chips are just going to be better. So make sure that you don't waste any initial resources until you finish chapter 3 and gain access to better chips. And there we have it, a very brief summary and introduction to the combat system, which honestly, once it clicks for you, you will love it. Okay, even though it's turn-based, the little overdrive gauge, stacking up to 3 charges and releasing everything to one tap the enemy boss is just something I'll never get tired of. And if you are interested in the new characters, the new ongoing events, and all of the freebies that we'll be getting during this event, please do use the link down below. Click on it and you'll be able to download it on your mobile devices as well as your PC. And of course, it does support the channel as well. So hopefully you enjoy this game as much as I am. And yes, be prepared to lose an entire afternoon, because the story does start off a bit slow, but once it warms up, oh my goodness. If you guys know anything about Clannad, Air, or Jun Maeda's work, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Prepare some tissues because you will be crying, alright? Anyhow, thank you so much once again for watching this video, and yes, if you do end up downloading, let me know your thoughts and leave down in the comments who your favorite character is going to be, because there are lots of team building aspects to the game as well, and there's definitely typings and a theme involved. So if you're interested, I could make a video on that, and we'll showcase some of the best or top meta teams. But I think this game is a game where you can play a bit more leisurely at your own pace and just collect your favorite characters and their various outfits. Anyhow, thank you so much once again for watching this video, and hope I managed to introduce a game to you that you otherwise would have missed. But once again, it's TimaeuSS here, and thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye now.